She is the first social media billionaire. What I want to point out here is she has a lovely marriage, very lovely husband. But unfortunately, her husband passed away, and she went from a very powerful figure to almost a depressed person. Okay, people follow her, people respond to her posts. She had a tough time trying to find her way out of that depression. So she wrote a book called Option B. The conclusion that she came up with was that she said expression of sympathy actually diminished my self-confidence. So when she received feedback, oh, I feel sorry for you, I hope you're okay and things are better. So feeling sympathy, she said, was not helping her. Because people feeling sorry for her actually made her feel even more depressed. You can imagine all these sad feelings are now coming upon her, these sad feelings. And so she said that having all this sympathy is great, but it's not helping me. It's making me remind of all the good memories, but actually those things are making me even more depressed. And so she said that empathy was nice, but the encouragement was better. Encouragement her to do things to surpass that negative feeling. It's to go beyond our own self-interest, our sorrow. I think she came to the conclusion that to go beyond our sorrow and our suffering, we have to go beyond the thinking, I'm sad, I'm depressed. It's all about me. And that me thinking is actually reinforcing her depression. And so she said the solution to resolve depression is to go beyond ourselves, to go beyond our self-interest. In other words, to go beyond our selfishness. Friends are good, but depends on how they help you. They're going to help you overcome depression for a little bit, but that's not a long-term solution. The long-term solution to completely eradicate depression or all kind of negative feelings is to eliminate selfishness. The reason that I think she was easy to overcome that depression was because she had that momentum of helping people. She said that almost 10 million women are single mothers in the United States, and about 1/3 of those households live in poverty, something that enrages her. And so she wants to do something about to help women, to help them empower themselves. And so that thinking is no longer about me anymore. But the thinking is about other people, how to alleviate other people's depression and sorrow. When we go beyond our self-interest, we can easily eradicate our own depression and sorrow. And it generates happiness. So when we eliminate selfishness, our thinking is always about me. Once you overcome that, happiness, joy comes to you. You don't have to ask for it. So we don't have to work so hard to acquire happiness. We just have to observe ourselves and find out where our selfishness resides. And if we can eliminate that, naturally joy comes to us. So the takeaway here is that if someday we feel not very motivated, and there have been days, I'm sure, that you feel like on top of the world, like I'm going to go out and save the world, I'm going to make it. But then there are some days say, what bother? Why should I go to class? Just sitting here for an hour and I'm going to go home anyway. Might as well just stay home and watch TV. Well, you have that kind of feelings where you don't want to interact with anybody or do something to help people, and you know that your selfishness in the past is catching up to you. Because there have been days where you felt very powerful. That moment that you felt very powerful, there was no selfishness in it. And so at that moment, you were powerful because you were selfless. And compared to the time where you felt depressed, you felt like you didn't want to interact with anybody. You felt like the world let you down. And that is because your selfishness in the past is caught up to you. So what should we do? we should not just involve ourselves in a sorrow, but step out of it. Don't allow ourselves to feel like life has let you down, that nobody cares, or you've gone the wrong path, or you've done something wrong. All those feelings are because of our selfishness eating us up, and it's not because we are weak or something wrong about us. So when we recognize that it's our selfishness that is bringing us down, we just have to eliminate our selfishness to push us up.